Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the TAG Heuer Carrera Calibre 5 Automatic. You can see and you can purchase this stainless steel 41mm TAG Heuer Carrera on our website. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full listing for this watch, with additional accessories included, high resolution images, and naturally full pricing details. Now you can see on my wrist 16 centimeters 6 1/3 inches in circumference. This Carrera Calibre 5 is a perfect fit. I don't even have it pulled tight, it's not drawn, it's sized, it's fit, and proportioned perfectly for a wrist of my size. Now, if you like traditionally proportioned watches, 41 is not traditional. It's a little bit larger. It's what would be considered a standard size today. Neither traditional in that 36 to 33 millimeter range, nor oversized in that 43 plus range. This is a perfect size for a watch that's designed to pull double duty in formal and informal occasions. Handsome on any wrist, perfect with any dress. This is a versatile timepiece. Now, of course, it is 41 millimeters across the round of the case, not including the crown. In terms of thickness, it's quite compact. The watch is only 12 millimeters thick, and you can see with a nicely sloped bezel and stepped sapphire, it easily slides underneath the dress cuff. Of course, you see those iconic square-jawed and thrusting Carrera lugs, really the signature of the line since its 1963 debut. They extend the watch to 47 millimeters from lug to lug, so it's still quite compact across the wrist. Now, the watch is paired with a very high-quality semi-tapered bracelet. You can see there's a little bit of taper in the first couple of links, leading away from the integrated end where it closes the gap to the flank of the case with no daylight visible. And you can see contrasting finish, effective use of small polished areas amid a dominant satin brushed finish. So it isn't visually severe, it's nicely differentiated, and on its flanks it's nicely polished. A handsome bracelet, a solid bracelet, and paired with a high quality single fold deployant. Now when closed, it's very low in profile, so it's not as susceptible to desk diving damage as some of the larger, bulkier dive clasps are. Moreover, with twin trigger release, this one pops open only when you want it to. You must positively depress the triggers to open this. It can't accidentally pop open. You'll note the underside, very handsome, broad channels between the links. This ensures that it's not going to pinch skin or pull hair, and these channels are broader than is commonplace in the industry, so you're even more secure. If you're that guy with the hairy wrist, this is not going to pull your hair. Very comfortable on the wrist, very handsome, arguably timeless in its design. The watch gets a lot of mileage out of two principal features. First, like I mentioned, those Carrera lugs, whether chronograph, time only, or calendar, it doesn't really matter. This has been the common thread through every Carrera since 1963. It's the size, and it's the shape, and it's the strength of the lugs. In sharp contrast to and relation to the roundness of the case that makes this watch as visually arresting as the first variants were in the early 60s. Now, the watch is effectively all dial. Lugs aside, this is a very pared down bezel. It's polished for impact, but it's more like a silver halo around a nuanced and handsome silver dial base. So let's talk about the nuance. Now, there is a Rayhot featuring 0 to 60 calibration for minutes and seconds, provides a visual transition down from the bezel to the dial base. Inboard, there is an hour track featuring polished and faceted hour indices. I should mention that they are wonderfully handsome and complex in their composition, such that even under a loop they do hold up. They are very nicely finished, and they add a great deal to the dial. Underneath, there's a concentric circular guilloche pattern that runs around the circumference of the hour track, adding just a bunch of nuance, depth, articulation, and again, that word contrast in relation to the sunburst at center. And the sunburst is sort of a soleil grain that radiates out from the cannon pinion at center. I'm happy to say that the graphics on this dial are wonderfully discreet. Unlike the encyclopedia printed on the dial of a contemporary Rolex, there's a bare minimum, a small TAG Heuer shield, the notation Carrera in wonderfully discreet font, and automatic, all lowercase, and minimized at 6 o'clock for balance. It's very handsome. Likewise, the stepped and faceted date window. It has a nice stepped transition from the plane of the dial to the date disc itself. beautifully executed, it's handsome, it's timeless, it's elegant, it's masculine. On the case back, we have the titular Calibre 5. Now what Calibre 5 is a TAG Heuer adaptation of the Sellita SW201. So 4 Hz, 38-hour power reserve, smooth bi-directional winding. You get to see and appreciate the fun of watching a mechanical caliber in action. And when you want to synchronize that mechanical caliber, pull the crown, it hacks the balance, stops the seconds for precise synchronization. And of course, there is a quick set function for the date such that you can rapidly correct it should the watch encounter an irregular length month or simply run down. You can see and you can purchase this handsome and versatile TAG Heuer Carrera Calibre 5 on our website.